Guys, we're at an incredibly huge height. Here you can see the cliff. We'll even show this in 360 degrees. And we're climbing up the steps. This place, these steps are actually from the former rock, completely hanging over me right here. On this platform, on these steps, it's all former rock that was removed. At this height of 350, you need to climb about 300 meters. And they removed it really well. We can even see how well it was done. To create this structure, our wonderful friends are already here. Oleg and his channel built it like this. Maxim and his channel had tea like this. They even had tea, yeah. Someone huge. We're going to show the scale now. Someone, to be precise, created this huge thing. What exactly is this? Could you tell me, please? This is officially called a tomb. I'm even going to sit on these. So how many centimeters is it here? 25, 27? Yeah, the height of the steps. 25. Yeah, it's about 25. 25 is the limit for our step height. We're going to check it anyway. Our average step size is 20 centimeters, generally from 15 to 20. Here, on the contrary, we need to set it. Yeah, 25 centimeters. Yeah, it's about 25. 25 is the limit for our step height. We're going to check it anyway. Our average step size is 20 centimeters, generally from 15 to 20. Here, on the contrary, we need to set it. Yeah, 25 centimeters. 24, 25. So this is the height limit. The ideal height is a maximum of about 2 meters. Because giving a person 160 meters would be quite inconvenient. And you see this huge, not just a structure, it's actually both a structure and a facade at the same time. It really reminds me of Petra. This facade is topped with a small, completely passable archway. I don't know if you can see it from here. Maybe we should step back and show it. Inside it, there's a chamber. The chamber will also be visible. Oleg has already filmed it from the drone, and we placed it at 360 degrees. It's dark there. The tomb has a cubic shape. It's not exactly a cube, but it has a roughly cubic main form, completely carved out of the rock, and it's nameless, with almost no inscriptions. At the top, there are remnants of symbols, just remnants of symbols. And now we're going to walk through and just see how it works, but don't follow me right away. So you can understand what size it is, how small I am. Here I am standing right now, and above me is the tomb. This selection has been made. Here, if you look closely, there's a line at the height of an outstretched hand. My height is 170 centimeters, and this is also the same selection, but of higher quality. Yes, you might say it's quite primitive, but this isn't the same small chisel. This tool is somewhat different. Actually, the modern tool is from Boeing. Any mobile handheld jackhammer will be with us. Leaving exactly the same traces. Here, I'm showing what we have up top. It's not completely separated. They even tried to break through it to see if there were any treasures inside. We have no idea if there were actually treasures here or not. But there's just a lot of pottery scattered all over the place here. A certain decorative shape has been chosen. The angle is selected. The angle is not chosen so well that we can say that it is just super 90 degrees, but the flat, even shapes of the perpendiculars are quite large. For example, in the lower part, the perpendiculars are clearly visible. The tomb, unfortunately, is falling apart, and we come straight out onto a cliff. And it was indeed planned this way. They just removed a bit of the rock, but overall, it was in that condition. Share your thoughts on who created it and when, but I want to ask you, Igor, what do you think? Does anyone else want to share their opinion?
Well, I don't know. That's a strange opinion. Buttresses are built in, and connections with the main rock are left. So it's kind of unclear.
Let's clarify about the buttresses. So what's their goal? Is there a need for them here or not?
I don't know. I don't know how it could collapse here if these braces are left between the main rock and the structure. Yeah, and actually with this temple.
A temple, a tomb, whatever. Thank you. Vlad, do you have anything to add? Have you seen a lot too?
This reminds me of the Lycian tombs, just in a different region.
The Lycian tombs are generally more ornamented and smaller in size.
And the colonnades. Another culture might have had different goals and objectives. It also reminds me of a dolmen. With what? The fact that there's some kind of structure that has an opening to get inside. Dolmens. also have similar buttresses, but made of slabs. A dolmen is a stone slab structure. Here, these buttresses are most likely serving a decorative function. There's also base around this entrance. Not a base, like a trim. So this also shows that the people, the builders, paid attention to this. It wasn't just whatever to them. There are also steps here, so these are all architectural elements that dictate and show us the style of construction.
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, the question of completeness.
There are steps that lead straight up to a wall, and then there's a hole. Imagine if someone tall built all this, how would they even get in there? So the purpose, either it's not finished here yet, and there will be some kind of passage wanting to go inside. So it's unclear. And you can see that this niche, the so-called window, is at a different level of finishing inside, meaning it was just roughly broken through later, so it looks like an unfinished job.
An unfinished job, or we have examples where they later broke through and did it with very low quality against the external facade.
It seems like there's a need for an entrance here, some kind of grand entrance is calling out. Or maybe the purpose was different, to make sure no one ever got in there. So it's like some kind of preserved history where something is stored.
The scale doesn't match this door at all. It doesn't correlate at all.
There are some kind of half-erased, I don't know, neuroglyphs, images, symbols.
But they're quite linear. You can't really say they're bright or anything. And it's interesting, of course, that the entire rock, this whole surface, like right where the guys are standing now, all of this has been removed. And it's also been removed over there, where Oleg is right now, in the light shirt. Oleg, can you stretch out your hand? No, stretch it straight out. The wall to your height, yeah. Over there. Oleg, and a bit higher too. It looks like a more finished version. Well, friends, it's an amazing thing, of course. These drones will still be in these places. We're relatively close to the Hittite heritage, to the polygonal ruins. Before the Hittites, most likely, as we noted for ourselves today, not just today in general. It's amazing because getting here is extremely difficult. Anyone who decides to make their way here should gauge their strength and time, because the mountain road is really bad. And then the climb is completely dangerous, the rocks are slippery, and there is no path as such. You just walk over the sliding stones and the ground. See you on the Forgotten Ruins channel. For you, from the most unknown, nameless and difficult, sometimes even almost impossible places, there are 13 of us, which is a lot.